All right, here's the second half of the video. Let's see. So it says diagonals and parallelogram intersect at Q, which statement is true? So it says draw a picture. So I'm going to draw a quick picture when it works. Of course, there we go. And remember, when you're labeling a parallelogram, you start at J. This would be K, L, and M. And we've got these diagonals. They're going to intersect at Q. Now I know this is going to be equal to this, and this is equal to this. Okay. So it says MK is equal to JL. Well, that's a no. That would only happen if it was a rectangle. MK is half of JL. Nope. MK is half of MQ. No. MQ is half of MK. So MK is 2 times MQ. This is a yes. That would be the correct answer. Let's say this is 2 and this is 2. The whole thing of MK is 4. So 4 would equal 2 times 2, which is true. All right. Find the measure of angle 1 in the rhombus. There we go. Okay. So I know that this angle here and this angle here are going to equal 180. So if I do 180 minus 154, that's 26. So this one's 26 degrees, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the other one. So 26 plus what gives me 90 degrees. So I'm going to do 90, because I took 90 out of 180, minus 26, and that's 64. So the correct answer for this one is 64. Please note that on the test, the numbers are different, so don't just memorize this as the answer. All right, for this parallelogram over here, I've got to label in what I know. So I know that PT, this part right here, is 2x minus 10. And QT, I'm going to use a different color for this one. QT is y plus 15. And then ST is 4y. And this part right here is x minus 3. So what I know is that the reds are congruent and the blues are congruent. So to find x, I'm just going to say 2x minus 10 equals x minus 3. Subtract x, and I'm going to add 10. So it looks like x equals 7 here. And if I want to know what PR is, well, I'm going to do 2 times 7 minus 10. That's 14, that's 4. And 7 minus 3 is 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8. All right, next I'm going to find out what y is. So y are the blue segments. So I know that 4y is going to equal y plus 15. Subtract out, so 3y equals 15. So y is 5. And then if I want to find what SQ is, that's the length of the whole diagonal. I can find out one side, so 4 times 5 is 20. And over here, 5 plus 15 is also 20. So the whole side is 40. Again, numbers are different on the test. All right, find the coordinates of point O. Well, I know that these sides are exactly the same. So I can just look at what I did here. I'm going to add 9 to my x. So 7 plus 9 is 16. And what happened to my y-coordinate? Well, nothing. I added nothing. So my y-coordinate is just going to stay 14. So O is at 16, 14. If I want to find the slopes from HM, so here's the diagonal HM. Please remember the slope formula. So here I'm going to write 16, 14. And the slope formula, I'm going to take my y-coordinates and subtract them. So from H to M is 7, 14, and 10, 4. So it'll be 14 minus 4 over 7 minus 10. So that's 10 over negative 3. So that's my slope for HM. And then if I want to find the slope for RO, I gotta use the coordinates 1, 4, and 16, 14. And I'm gonna do the same thing. 14 minus 4, 16 minus 1, and 4, that's 10, and 16 minus 1 is 15. 10 over 15. And so it says, what do the slopes of HM and RO verify? Well, nothing, because they're not opposite reciprocals of each other. So in this case, it would be neither. But if they were opposite reciprocals, then they would be perpendicular lines. And if they were the same slope, then they would be parallel lines. Sorry, that's not the same. Okay, I'm doing a video real quick.
So what?
I'm just finishing up a video. I'm going to say hey to your friends. Just kidding. All right, so we got these quadrilateral with these. This is the last one we're going to practice. If you don't know how to do this by now, I'm praying for you, y'all. We got to find the perimeter. So once again, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem or the distance formula. This is 1. This is 8. So to find the distance from AB, I would do 1 squared plus 8 squared, which is 1 plus 64, which is the square root of 65. And then if I want to find from, B to C, it's the same thing. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be 4 squared plus 7 squared, which is 16 plus 49, which is the square root of 65. And you work your way all the way around. And what you're going to notice here is that you should get 1 and 8 because this is a parallelogram. So CD is also going to be the square root of 65. And you should note that A to D should be the same as the opposite side. 7 and 4, which is the same as this one here, which is the square root of 65. Which is interesting because you got the square root of 65 for all of them. So actually, in addition to just finding the perimeter, which is 4 times the square root of 65, I can also say that this shape is a rhombus because all the sides are the same. All right, my kids are coming. So complete IXL G2, N4, and N10, and your test is tomorrow. Best of luck, y'all.